Hi everyone, this is Kiri with another layout for Bramble Fox, and for this one I'm using the very pretty May Fox box and those very sweet little fluffy hearts, that little treat that you've got in your Fox box, the Flutterby Pastel set and the Fox Cut number 17, which is the starburst stencil. And I'm just pulled out some of the pattern papers from the Simple Stories Flea Market collection because I love this paper here with all the cameras on it. And in the Fox box, there are a number of those sort of purpley pink cameras that I thought were just going to work really, really well with this particular paper. So I've torn a piece of it and just sort of curling up the edges, and then I'm adding another layer of the gingham pattern paper as well, so this matches perfectly with the collection, and I'm just sort of going to layer those up and add my photos over there to the left. And I've got the three photos that I've pulled out here, and I'm just having a play around with the perspective, so you can see the three cameras I mentioned, and I have the words fresh and bliss that come with the May Fox box. And so that's sort of what I'm going to do. I do change it slightly as I work through, go through the process of putting the layout together. But I'm just going to stick these two layers pattern papers down, and then I can get those stuck down onto the white cardstock. So, however, firstly, I do remember to get my Fox Cut stencil out and actually do it before I stick all the papers down, because typically I sort of stick things down and then think, oh, I might add a bit of stenciling, and then I've sort of got to, play around with it, trying to get it under the edge and everything. Anyway, I remember this time. So I'm using, this is number 17. I love this starburst and have used it quite a few times before. And it does also come in a larger A4 size as well. And I'm matching it up with the Distress Oxide Kitsch Flamingo, which was perfect. It goes perfectly with the papers that I'm using. So I'm just sort of building up the colour. I just want it sort of to fade down to the edges, just very lightly. I don't want it to sort of square off. So just going back in and adding a little bit more there. Now I'm happy with what I've got, so I can actually get these papers stuck down. So what's next? Sorry, a bit of a blank there. Okay, so getting the paper stuck down, which is main. Oh, apologies. My head appears in this video a lot, a lot. So you will see the top of it quite a few times. Okay, I've now decided to just go with the two photos rather than the three. I felt that the two photos just worked better together. So I'm just pulling out one of the pattern papers. It's the one with the 3x4 elements on it, and I'm just going to mount the photos onto two of those. So that sort of pinky, purpley one, and then the yellowy mustardy colour. Not very specific, am I? Yellowy mustard and yeah. Anyway, so just trimming those down, and I'm just going to distress the edges, of course, and then I can get those stuck down onto the layout. I've also pulled out some of the matching ephemera, which you can see over to the left, and I've got some of the butterflies from the Flutterby Pastel set, which is really pretty, and I do love adding smaller elements to my layout, so those butterflies are perfect. So I have some in the yellow and the sort of minty green or soft teal, and I do actually add a couple of the yellow ones, as you'll see in a little while. Okay, so I'm just going to get those stuck down. I've just added some foam pads to the top edge of the photos, and then I've kept them flat at the bottom. Just helps to make it easier when I'm adding sort of layering up embellishments as I'm doing now. So I have some little tickets. I've got some floral clusters, some of the leaves, and then the word blessed. Mainly because the colour was perfect with the cameras and the fresh perspective that I'm using. Okay, so I've got those sort of placed. I'm happy with how they're looking, and I'm going to get those now stuck down. So I'm just using some wet glue. I did add a little bit of some foam pads to the top of that strip of tickets, just so that that sort of raises up I don't like to have anything completely flat. So you'll see when I stick things down, I'm just adding a little bit of glue to either the center or just the ends so I can still lift, you know, for the flowers there, I can still get that lift on the petals, and the leaves, I can still get that sort of a lift up of on those leaves as well. I'm just going to start to stick the cameras down here, and I'm using glossy accents, gives it a nice strong hold, and I think this is where my head starts to appear very shortly. Um, oh, I've just got to get this cluster done. I'm over here on the right. So getting the flower and the leaves stuck down, and then the blessed, I'm just going to add raise this on foam pads as well. So, and then I can get the little cluster of the little leaf cluster there. Oh, the head's appearing now. Sorry about that. Okay, so now I'm going to add the little butterflies. I picked the two yellow ones. I decided I just like the little pop of yellow that added over on either side, just along with the clusters. Now the cameras, I ended up deciding that I was going to just, oh, here we go. There's a lot of my head appearing here. The cameras I decided to add on the pattern paper, because there was all these cameras. I just felt they just add a little pop of that pinky mauve colour, and I really liked how that looked, rather than have them all in the clusters around the photos. So they're stuck down, and now I've pulled out in the May Fox box this month. There's a lovely little extra treat for you, and it's these very sweet fluffy hearts, and I've just pulled out the white and the pink one. And I'm just actually figuring out where they're going to go. So the white one's just going to sit over on the top there. The pink, I wasn't sure, tucked it in down the bottom, but I've actually just decided to tuck it in over there on the top, just above the tickets. And here we are. I'm almost done. I'm just going to get the title stuck down. So I've already actually just gone ahead on camera, because I was sort of trying to work out placement. I've added the other alpha, and there's two words there, air and is. So I've decided to go fresh air is bliss. So, and I've just sort of complemented it with the same colour in the yellow and the lilac. Perspectives, I've used the same with the mini alpha that I've gotten there. And then I've just pulled some of the decorative breads out from the flea market collection as well, just sort of tucking those in, working out where they're going to sit. And then I'm pretty much done. I add some journaling up to the top right near the yellow butterfly. I just do that off camera, but otherwise I'm pretty much done. This came together really quickly, which is great for me because I am a slow scrapper. Here are the close-ups. You can see all the fabulous perspectives that you'll get in the May Fox box. Do pop on over to bramblefox.co.uk, where you can find all the details about subscribing. Thank you so much for watching my process video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.